It's the Worst of the Riot podcast. This is the Wednesday, August 9th edition. Tonight's a big night for you, eh?
Big night. Big boy, big night.
What do you got going on?
I'm going to...
As if I don't already know, but tell the people.
I'm going to the county fair.
Oh, that's a big night.
Woo-wee.
You like the county fair better than the state fair?
10 times better.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I grew up not even going to the state fair.
Because
I went like once in my life.
Your pigs weren't good enough to make it?
No, I could have competed anywhere. My pigs would have ran rampant anywhere. I came in 4th place one year.
Uh-huh.
And that was for my pig Dwight.
Yeah, that was your best year.
That was my best year. Other than that, I never placed. And I did it for like 7 years.
Wow.
Pretty disappointing.
You're like the Cleveland Browns of pig showing.
Literally. We came in 4th place once, and it felt really special.
4th out of 3.
So I'm going to my... No. 4th out of 5. I'm going to my old county fair tonight. I haven't been... This is like a reunion for me. I haven't been in like 5 years.
That's wild.
People have been wondering where I have been.
Yeah, and wait till you show up and your teeth are all clean. You're wearing like nice clothes.
True. What do I wear tonight? I haven't been to something like this in a while.
Probably like a sleeveless vest.
Denim?
Sure. Definitely do that. Absolutely.
With jeans?
Yes, of course. You know that's what I would do.
And boots. Not like cowboy boots.
Uh-huh. No, like Timberlands or something.
But like not Timberlands though.
Yeah, no, like knockoff.
Like the crappy ones.
Like Walmart Timberlands.
Yes, precisely. That'll be the plan. Because I'm going to step in poop probably.
You'd fit right in.
More than likely, I'm going to step in poop. And no, I'm going to run into a bunch of people probably that I haven't seen in years that I won't be excited to talk to. None of these people that I'm going to see tonight are going to be anybody I want to see.
They're going to be fired up to see you, though.
They are going to be. They're always real excited. What? They're probably going to put me like in like a headlock.
Uh-huh.
And be like, what's up, cuz?
Yeah.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
That's right. You are smaller than them, probably.
Yeah.
What percentage of the people you think you see, you probably see a bunch of folks from high school from growing up, right?
Yeah.
How many people, though, this is what I feel like would happen to me, you see even more of their moms that would be so excited to see you, right?
True.
Right? When you go back home and do like an event like that.
Usually I'd rather talk to their mom anyway.
Yeah, I think so.
The kid. Because then the mom's easier to escape because the mom's not going to try to hang out with you the whole night. You
That's
know?
right.
Like she's going to say hi, do her piece or whatever. I can talk about my parents then as well. That's an easy conversation piece.
It is. And they're probably proud of you. They're like, wow, you've grown so big. Last time I saw you, you knee high to a grasshopper thing.
And then but if I see like the other ones, the young ones, they're going to be like, where have you been, dude? You haven't responded to my text in so long, dude. Your number change? Yeah, it's going to be, I don't know.
No, I can't wait to hear how it actually goes.
There's a couple things that I want to hit tonight. I wanted to get some food. Of
course.
And tonight, this is what's crappy. Tonight is a monster truck night.
Oh, so it's going to be an extra special crowd.
Yeah, it's going to be an extra weird crowd for sure. But the thing that stinks is it's not really a premiere night for me. I'm not a monster truck guy. But this is the night that I have to go. It's the only night we can, and so I would have rather gone tomorrow night, which would have been the patented motocross night.
Oh, that would be
There's
beautiful.
nothing better than dirt bikes for me. That was like my number one.
Yeah.
We loved watching the dirt bikes. I also like rough trucks.
Okay.
But that's Friday night. Can't go Friday night.
Nope, that won't work.
And then last night was, I think, it wasn't truck tractor pull. That was Sunday.
What about one of my go-tos was the Destruction Derby?
Oh, the Demolition Derby. That was Monday night. Monday night that was. I can't remember what last night was. I know it was something better than the monster trucks. This is pretty much the only one that I really wouldn't want to even go to at all.
Yeah.
Maybe it was school bus races. That's what it was.
School bus races.
Last night was school bus races.
That would have been a good night, huh?
Dang it. Yeah, tonight's the worst night. But this is the only night I can go.
It'll still be fun, though. The monster trucks are interesting. You get into it.
It'll be good enough.
Pick a favorite.
Yeah.
Just have a good time.
Yeah, it'll be a fun time. I hope that I come out with a good story.
Oh, you have to.
There's going to be something that happens. I'm going to run into somebody doing something weird, or I'm going to see something weird. That's what happens at any fair.
Well, this is a little precursor. Tomorrow, Thursday on the show, will be Choice Champions, and we will be choosing the best things about going to the fair. That's what we're drafting in Choice Champions. So if you have a good one, let us know through the free RadioU app. You can send us a voice message with the Talk to Us button. Of course, you can always text, comment. 8772 RadioU is the number. And we want to hear from you. What would you pick? What's your favorite part of the fair? We got to know.
It'd be best if you do use the speak pipe to like send us a message that we can play on air. Since we're doing it all about the fairs tomorrow, it'd be best if you did your best country accent. Oh,
and it'd be great if you had a good story to go with it. In fact, I feel like I'd rather hear that. If you have a fair story, people watching stories, something like that from the fair, a fair experience, I would love to hear it.
Yeah, that'd make it much better. So I'm going to have the upper hand, obviously, because I'm going to the fair tonight.
Yep.
It's going to remind me of all the good things.
In your mind. You also have the first pick.
Oh, true.
So
I'm going to make it good.
Big advantage. All right, can't wait for the show tomorrow. Today, coming up in the show, what you're going to hear, we talk a good bit of dating and how to get out of a bad date, planning a first date, and going on a date with Tuna Tyler.
Avoid Tuna Tyler at all costs.
You want to hear all of this, so stick around, enjoy, and we'll catch you next time.
See you guys.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The worst of the riot. Radio U.
Isaiah, you seem like a problem drinker. You ever put alcohol in your coffee?
Not here at Radio U. That'd be crazy.
Not. Of course not.
Unless.
But it's hard to conceal if you do that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
and it's not like open here at Radio U. There's not just like alcohol lying around that you can just toss in your coffee.
Exactly. That's what I mean. But it's about to become a whole lot easier to start your day with a cup of Joe and a cup of something saucy. Because, Dunkin'.
Familiar.
Dunkin' Donuts.
They're popping up everywhere, man.
They are. They're building a bunch
crazy.
Near us.
Yeah.
We, who knows the next time we could actually get Dunkin' in real life. But they are launching a new line called Dunkin' Spiked, where you can mix business and pleasure, coffee and alcohol. They're doing this with a New England-based brewery called Harpoon. They've teamed up with Harpoon in the past for your standard, like, it's a beer, but it tastes like a Dunkin' Donuts mocha or something like that.
It's one of those?
Yeah, one of those classics. But this is a whole new thing where they're putting out new spiked coffee and spiked tea that you could get that feature, the Dunkin' flavor that and some love, and the alcohol that apparently you need, evidently. 4 new flavors of the coffee. Whichever one is your preference. They have original, vanilla, caramel, and mocha.
This is an iced coffee.
It's it's cold. Yeah, you'd find it in the refrigerated section with all the other beer and hard seltzers.
Yeah, I was so confused.
Oh, yeah, what do you think? They were selling this at Dunkin' Donuts?
I thought you were going to go through the drive-thru and be like, 2 pumps, please. I'd like 2 pumps of whatever you've got in there. What are my options? That would have been a lot more aggressive. I was so confused.
Yeah, I don't think they're allowed to. I don't think there's any part of the country where that's actually legal.
Where you can encourage drinking and driving like that? Yeah, that's what I thought you meant. And I was like,
I guess I should have clarified.
That seems life altering for a lot of people.
Yeah, that you could actually go through Dunkin'. I think that would
could be an issue, I think.
That'd be a way where the Dunkin' employees would probably be reporting on you. If you ordered it more than once, they'd be like, I think you need a wellness check.
No, that would be a way for Dunkin' to finally overtake Starbucks and Tim Hortons is what it would do. They'd be the most popular coffee brand in the whole country, probably.
I guess so. The hard coffees clock in at about 6% alcohol by volume.
Aggressive.
Yeah, that's high. That's high for that. And then they also have the hard teas, which clock in at 5%, and they have slightly sweet. It's just a standard Dunkin' tea. I didn't even know they had tea.
I didn't either.
I didn't know they were known for that. But they also have strawberry, dragon fruit, mango, pineapple, and half, a.k.a. Arnold Palmer. And so those are going to be releasing here sometime in the near future. We don't have an official launch date.
The box looks cool.
But if you're marking your calendar for this, you might need to slow down a little bit. you know.
You might need to pump the brakes if you're excited about this.
Yeah.
Because if I had to guess Dunkin' Donuts, if I had to think of anybody who's making fantastic drinks, especially with alcohol in them, and they aren't the first ones that come to mind.
No, they're not. It does. And just if you start telling people, yeah, I'm real fired up. I got Dunkin' and alcohol. What more do I need?
So what a great start to my
life
Monday.
is about to change. I feel like that people are going to start judging you.
Add a little riot to your Instagram feed. Follow @RadioU Official. The Riot. Radio U.
I've got another person who's blaming Marvel movies for our problems. Adam Devine was on the Theo Von podcast recently. Adam Devine, you might know him from the first thing I think of is Workaholics. What comes to mind for you?
Yeah, probably Workaholics.
Workaholics.
He's
What's
in is it Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates with Zac Efron?
It could be him.
Yeah, I mean, it is him.
probably.
I don't know if that's his name or not.
It definitely is him. Somebody needs wedding dates. He was on the Theo Von podcast, and he was lamenting the fact that you no longer get the big movie theater comedies that you used to get. And part of why part of what he chalks that up to is Marvel movies. He's blaming Marvel movies for the fact that we don't get, think back to, what would you say were, like, I'd say probably The Hangover might be one of the most recent big movie theater comedies. The Hangover, Anchorman, like the Will Ferrell type style of the comedy that gets everybody out, and it's just a comedy. It's not anything else. You go to the movie theater, it's stupid, and you laugh, and then you leave. Now, they don't make as many of those anymore, and Adam Devine is blaming that on Marvel movies.
Seems like a stretch to me, because as I go back, I've been spending some time going back through the years of comedy movies. And we haven't had a good year of comedy movies in a while.
It's been a tough time.
I'll tell you right now, the best comedy movie, there hasn't really been a good one, like, almost in the last, like, it's hard to say, but, like, 5 years.
Actually, I know I'm pretty sure this is the last movie I would consider a real funny movie that was mostly a comedy, and that was the movie Game Night.
Thank you. I have that pulled up in front of me right now.
One, right?
2018. And it was the most popular comedy movie of 2018. Between 2018 and now, there's been zero.
Yeah, nothing really.
Everything that's popped up for me, I have been unimpressed with.
And even Game Night is a comedy, but it's also like it does have some other elements, to it.
2017, you had like The House with Will Ferrell was like the top comedy movie.
Okay.
If you saw that one.
I don't even know which one that is.
That's one where they do like the gambling thing in the basement. Before that, 2016, we've got Keeping Up with the Joneses with Zach Galifianakis. Funny movie.
Okay, yeah.
Why Him with one of the Franco brothers.
Yeah.
We had Central Intelligence. That's Kevin Hart and The Rock. Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates with Adam Devine.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if Adam Devine came with some new movies, we could have some. Let's see here, 2015. Like, it's just been so long, and so when you say
and
it's
even
Marvel,
these aren't the level of some of the stuff that you would if you go back in time.
When you think of when you think of really good comedy movies, everything I named you wouldn't even name. You would say like Step Brothers or Talladega Nights,
yeah,
or movies like that. Anchorman. You want to know why? Because they have
15 years old.
Well, yeah, all of those have Will Ferrell in them. So
yeah.
if they don't have Will Ferrell, Adam Sandler, Jim Carrey, like one of those top people, Steve Carell.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not going to name it. And
yeah,
it's just crazy. And I don't think that's on Marvel.
No. I think some of what he says, if you dig into his comments a little more, he's talking about how, like, obviously the Marvel movies and movies of that style are big. They put a lot of money into them because that's what makes a lot of money. But that's what some people would say that's what's worth. Like, if your movie tickets are expensive, and if you're going to spend your hard-earned money and you can only go see a couple movies a year, you're going to go see the ones that are like big spectacles that you need to see on a big screen with the best effects versus a comedy you can still laugh at home, right?
Yeah.
So, but nevertheless, I still feel that it is true that they're putting out less and putting less effort in to making straight-up comedy movies. And so I guess that could be, I don't know if that's Marvel's fault, but just that's just how things are these days.
Well, it's like right now, too, who is the best comedic actor? that's in their prime? Nobody. Who's the best comedic actor in their
Nobody's
prime?
been built up that way.
Is Will Ferrell in his prime anymore? Adam Sandler, these guys are out of their prime. There's nobody else who's like a huge name that's a comedic actor that, like, once his name is attached to something,
it's going to be
like,
funny.
It's going to be hilarious. And right now, there's nobody like that. And Endgame came out in 2019, and we haven't had a big comedy. We didn't have big comedies before that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the trendy thing to blame Marvel just because it's so successful, but it's not all Marvel's fault.
This is Radio U's Worst of the Riot.
A guy who's known as Tuna Tyler.
Terrible nickname.
You don't want that nickname.
No, you don't.
You'd much rather be R. Tyler, be Big Country. I think anybody would take that.
Over Tuna Tyler?
Over Tuna Tyler.
Yeah.
Tuna Tyler is a man, according to the TLC show My Strange Addiction, still addicted? ? He's been addicted to tuna for quite some time now. Really, ever since he was a kid. It was an obsession of his, if this can be believed. And so now the clips going around show him. He's just out at a coffee shop smelling cans of tuna, just opening them up, smelling them. He's sipping the juices, the oil, eating the tuna, just like picking it up handfuls, eating it out, letting it drip all over him. And then possibly the worst of all is it shows him out on a date, a lovely lady. And he says, I got to be honest with you. He pulls a can of tuna out of his pocket, just starts opening it up. She's asking him to stop. Please don't do this. He smelled a little fishy when we got here, but I thought I'll just let it slide. But if this is why, this is gross. And he goes ahead, just starts eating it right in front of her. Isaiah is clearly uncomfortable.
I hate this story. I hate it. I can't even begin. I can't even open the article. I saw this on TikTok.
Uh-huh.
It was like a slap in the face. Because I was watching the date go, and I didn't know that he was going to pull that out.
Uh-huh.
He was like, I feel like this date's going pretty well, but I like to go ahead and just knock this out off the rip.
Uh-huh.
First date, she barely even knows you. She doesn't even know if she really likes you. And you just whip that out on her? You think she's going to give you a second date ever? I think you need, what Tuna Tyler needs to do here is either he needs to stop being weird. That's his first option, but it seems as if he's not even considering that.
Yeah.
And so
he seems pretty comfortable.
He's with the tuna thing because he was willing to whip it out on a first date and think that he might get a second.
Yeah.
So he clearly doesn't think it's that odd.
That date must have been going well up to that point.
He clearly doesn't think it's that odd. If he really thought that she might give him a second date after drinking, after drinking the juice. The juice.
The tuna juice.
The tuna juice. Oh, man, this makes my throat. Just, so tough.
Wait, what was the second option? What's the other thing he could do?
Or he needs to wait. We've talked about this before. If you got something weird going on, you got to wait to unveil that until they already like you. You got to do a couple dates down the line to start getting weird.
How many dates would he have to be in before he could reveal his tuna problem?
Before this?
And where she would actually feel like, I'm too far in now. I can't.
Six dates.
I think it's like 40.
40 dates.
This is pretty weird.
I think you can do 6.
He lets the tuna juice run down his chin and he just leaves it there, get all over his shirt.
Well, maybe you don't do it in such a disgusting way. If you're going to do this, maybe you do it in a way that isn't so freaking weird.
The worst, I don't know if you even got this far in the TikTok. He sticks like 2 fingers in the tuna juice and starts dabbing it on his neck like it's cologne.
Yeah, like why is he going 100 on it? If I'm going to reveal this weird addiction, I'm going to do it in such a low-key way that I'm like, yeah, I like it.
I'm kind of into tuna.
It's not like a weird thing. It's just like one of my favorite foods. He doesn't have to coat himself in it in such a, like, rub it on his neck like as if he's using his cologne. Like, if you've got some weird thing going on, you should make it low-key. You don't have to come out 100 blazing out the gates. You don't have to say you're obsessed with it. Just say, I kind of like it. I'm a big tuna fan. Maybe I'd bring it up casually in a conversation. Do you have any weird foods you like? Yeah, I kind of like tuna a little bit.
I eat it every day.
I wouldn't be like I bathe in it. I wouldn't come out the gate and say I bathe in the tuna. I would say I kind of like it. I'm a fan of it. Most people don't. I like it a little bit. I wouldn't come out and just say I rub it on my eyeballs before I go to bed.
This is Radio U's Worst of the Riot.
I don't know if you've picked up on this trend. High school seniors, it's getting more and more popular for them to go ahead and when they buy their backpack for back to school this year, to get a little kid style backpack, real flashy with characters on it. You thinking Spider-Man, princesses, Minecraft, that kind of stuff. That is the trend if you're a senior going back to high school. The reason being, apparently, is because it's a tribute to how far you've come. Thinking back to your days when you started in school, backpack you were wearing, and where you are now. You're about to graduate. Congratulations.
This is a good trend.
I like it.
And you may be wondering, why did I put this story in here?
I am wondering.
Because obviously you watched the video.
Yeah.
The guy in the video says, I've never seen them do something like this. I want to know if people at other schools have been doing this across the country.
Uh-huh.
And let me humor you with this. It was me.
You started the trend?
I started this trend nearly, what year is it?
2023?
7 years ago.
Did you really? You're going to take credit for this one.
I take full credit for this. I have confirmation. I tried to find a photo of myself with my children's backpack.
Uh-huh.
I don't have one. My mom probably does because she has photos of everything. But I do not have one. It can be confirmed because me and my roommate, Andrew, right now, we had children's backpacks back in the day. And you may be wondering, what characters?
Of course, we're all wondering that.
And the one that I had was Nemo.
Oh, that's what you liked when you were a little kid, huh?
Well, I was not a little kid. I was a full-grown adult.
No, but I
was 18 years old when I bought it.
You were paying tribute to what you liked when you were a little kid, right?
It was right when, it was actually just because my favorite color is orange.
Oh,
And it was
okay.
just the one that I thought looked the best on me.
Gotcha. You never wear orange now.
I wear orange all the time.
I haven't seen you wear orange.
I wear it for the Cleveland Browns, baby.
Oh.
But it was right when Finding Dory came out. And so they had just
timely.
released this Nemo backpack, and then my roommate Andrew had a Dory one. And yeah, we started the trend. What do you want from me?
So were you, what I want to know though was it the same mindset? Were you like paying tribute? Like, look how far we've come?
No, I just thought it was funny.
Oh, okay. Did you use it all year round?
I used it the whole year.
The whole school year?
The whole school year I used that backpack. And by the end of it, it was torn to shreds.
Oh,
I had it was like in the beginning, it was like brand spanking new. Had like double, obviously had two straps on it. By the end of the year, one of the straps had fully broken off. Just because it couldn't handle the weight of the books, I guess.
Yeah.
And I was probably not handling that thing very well either.
Well,
and like there was like, I think one of Dory's fins or one of Nemo's fins, maybe the little one completely gone.
Well, kind of movie accurate then.
Precisely. So it was, this is me. So I need my royalties is what I'm coming for.
What do you get? Do you get some kickbacks for this?
You would think that I would get some, like a cent for every kid that does it.
That is not fair. TikTok wasn't even around when you graduated high school.
Exactly. Had I been there, this would have been
you
me.
would have capitalized on
this girl that's going with this, what's it look like, the Disney princesses?
It looks like I've got a dad here that's talking about his daughter that's got the Disney princesses. And then we got another one here that eventually winds up going with Spider-Man over Mulan. It was a tough call, though.
That's a close take.
Yeah.
See, and that's like 613,000 likes on TikTok.
Yeah, that could have been you.
The creativity I had.
Creativity.
Let me find it.
Creativity.
The creativity I had could have made me famous.
Yeah. Well,
but here I am, 8 years too late.
Still working on it.
That's how it goes.
You might be wondering what my backpack would be. Probably SpongeBob, right?
Yeah, you'd have to go SpongeBob, the OG classic.
If podcast awards were ever a thing, this show wouldn't win any. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
When you go on a first date, when you're planning a first date, how much of a role does being able to just pull the plug on the date smoothly play in to your thought process?
Not so much for me.
That's not something you think about?
Not really, because I usually am more focused on just like, how am I going to make the date good versus how am I going to get the heck out of here?
Yeah. It sounds like it's the reverse of if you plan to fail, you fail. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. This sounds like you're planning to fail.
Yeah, it does.
It sounds like the idea of you thinking about a date that's easy to escape from it sounds like you've already made up your mind before the date even starts.
Exactly. And I feel like if I'm going on a date, I would say that I'm rather picky on who I go on dates with. So if I didn't think it was going to go well, I wouldn't be going on a date with the person in the first place.
Yeah.
And so if I'm going on a date with them, it's because I think it's going to go well, or I think I'm going to want to be on the date, not because I think there may be a chance I want to get out of it.
And this is interesting. When you think about the dates that are hardest to escape from, though, there's one clear option, right? Escape
The movies?
From the movies / dinner and a movie, which is the classic date. You think about like what is just the old school, tried and true. You go on a date, you go to dinner and a movie.
Which is crazy. Nobody does that now.
You don't think so?
0% chance. Not for like a first.
Yeah, that's a big.
A first date to the movies is crazy.
That's a big under.
Because you
I would
don't
not
even
do
talk. You don't even speak during it.
Right.
Let alone going with someone you don't even know.
If somebody says, let's go to a dinner and a movie, either you guys should already know each other well and whatever, and so you kind of know, like, this is just finally we're getting around to date, or that's a red flag.
This guy has no idea what the heck he's doing.
I mean, red
means to
flag.
me.
Yeah, right. This is the first date he's ever gone on. He's never done this before.
Maybe on the third date, then you get to bring a movie up.
But
when you get to know each other already.
Do you think that dinner and a movie, though, maybe part of the reason that's going by the wayside is because it is the hardest date to get away from? 80% of Americans say so.
It is. It's an impossible escape.
You can't just leave. You can't leave during dinner because somebody's got to pay. So what do you, I mean, even if you don't like the date, what are you going to stiff them with the bill? What do how are you going to fake that? It's got to be going real bad.
But I would argue that going on a movie date is never really a date that you would have to escape from anyway. Because it's not like you're talking.
Yeah, unless
you're just watching the movie. Unless he's like tried for the 4th time to put his arm around you and you're just not feeling it. I mean, that's the one way.
If you get to the date and realize it's Tuna Tyler.
He smells bad.
Yeah, you can't have that. But yeah, the odds of a movie date, you needing to escape from it. I mean, the odds are probably better that the movie's going to be bad than that you're going to be so upset with the date that you got to roll out of there. Well,
because he's not even talking to you anyways. How annoying could he be?
I really think we've laid out a pretty good case, though, for why you should not do dinner and a movie on your first date. Don't do dinner or a movie, but definitely don't do don't do either.
I don't think dinner's bad.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to be sure, though. Because yet again,
then what are you gonna do? Go for a walk?
I've always been a proponent of the coffee date.
Same thing as going for apps.
Yeah, go for apps. Sure.
That's the same thing as dinner. That's what you say. You show up and you say,
that's not dinner.
You say, hey, do you want to go? Do you want to go do a happy hour, or do you want to go to dinner? And then when you show up, you ask him. You look at him, and within 5 seconds, you're gonna know if you're gonna want to be on the date or not by like their first 2 sentences, and then you can follow that up with, "How hungry are you? I'm not really that hungry. So let's just do an appetizer."
Whatever Isaiah orders that's your sign of how much he likes you off the rip.
If I just order an appetizer and that's it, that means that I'm probably ending the date earlier.
That's your sign.
But if you see me over there ordering a full course meal,
chowing down on
appetizer,
Alfredo,
entree, dessert, that means I'm in love with you.
Wasn't that a great Riot clip? While you're here, you should watch more of our videos and subscribe so you don't miss what we do next.